thank you for joining us for Together San Diego. I'm Paola Hernandez from the San Diego Union-Tribune. June is National Pride Month. Our guest today is Fernando Lopez, Executive Director of San Diego Pride, who is going to talk to us about the work that this nonprofit organization does, about San Diego Pride events, which are officially back after 2 years. Pride Week includes an in-person festival, a parade, and more this year. Hi, Fernando. Thank you for joining us.
Paola. Hi, Paola. How are you?
Hi, fine. Thank you. Thank you for being with us here today. Tell us about San Diego Pride, what the organization does, and congratulations on being back with in-person events after 2 years.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here. Happy Pride. It's actually by the time we put on Pride, it will have been 3 years since we've had a full in-person Pride. And, I know that everybody is ready and excited to come back out and celebrate. One of the interesting things they think about our organization is that when, most folks think about Pride and they think about the parade and the party and the festival, we're actually a year-round education and advocacy organization with more than 40 different programs. And so that parade and that festival are what help to fund all of that incredible year-round work that goes on here at San Diego Pride, and also supports our philanthropic work. And so we're the most philanthropic Pride in the world. And that's all possible because people really come out and support at San Diego Pride. We're after 3 years, everyone I think is just really ready to come out and celebrate. And what the numbers are telling us, what the ticket sales are telling us, and the parade registrations are telling us, it's going to be a pretty big year at San Diego Pride. We're looking at some record numbers, and I'm really excited. I know everyone else is to be back in person. We all miss that interpersonal connection that you get to have at San Diego Pride.
And you have a special theme for this year. Tell us about the theme, and then we can go into Pride Weekend and what that involves.
Sure. So, every year we have a theme at San Diego Pride, and we try to tie it into what's happening in the movement, what's happening sort of contemporarily. And really, when we were looking at what's been going on, we've all been denied for the last several years with COVID and lockdowns, that joy, right? That experience of being together. And we know that we have pride. We have these pride celebrations because in 1969, our community stood up against state-sanctioned police violence and brutality and said we weren't going to take it anymore. And that's what pride organizations are here to do, is really commemorate and honor that we are still fighting for our rights. We don't have pride because we're free and equal in this country. We have pride because we still have a lot of work to do. And so again, at San Diego Pride, we do that joy, that fun, that civic engagement. And we also do that justice work, right? That all of that funds year round. So we chose the theme Justice with Joy because here we believe that we can do both hand in hand.
Talking about the theme and what you have going on this weekend, let's talk about the festival and then also about the parade and where the tickets can be purchased as well.
So I know it's been a few years, right, since we've all been back together. So we've got our She Fest event that happens this Saturday, July 9th, right before the big Pride weekend. And that's a LGBTQ women's festival. That's free and open to the public. And that's going to be right in the heart of Hillcrest this year. We moved it from North Park to right in the heart of Hillcrest last year. And it was really wonderful to be in person again. So looking forward to seeing folks there. Then, of course, we have our interfaith event, which is Light Up the Cathedral at St. Paul's. And that's a bunch of different interfaith organizers and faith leaders coming together to really celebrate and honor the LGBTQ folks are people of faith. And so I think that often gets overlooked sometimes, but it's a really beautiful event that we do with St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral and about the 100 or so open and affirming congregations in our region. And then, one of my favorite events is the rally. I know we're going to talk a little bit about that today, but then that's on Friday. That's sort of how we honor our origins. But that Saturday and that Sunday, the parade and the festival, those are the really massive things that folks are looking forward to. I think the parade every given year has about 250,000 folks these days. So, make sure you get there early, take public transportation, ride a bike, use a scooter, walk if you can, because it's going to be super crowded. But that festival, we're anticipating about 55,000 people participating in the festival this year. There's, I think, around 178 different acts and performers across the different stages, all weekend long. Of course, they've got Ash Nico, Dias, Know the Product, and Baby Tate headlining. It's an incredibly diverse lineup of artists, musicians, and entertainers from our LGBTQ community. And we also really had an emphasis in highlighting our local artists this year. You know, our entertainment industry, our DJs, our dancers, our drag queens, our musicians really didn't have that same cultural nightlife experience for the last several years. And so it really took an economic toll on our arts and culture community. So one of the decisions we made as an organization this year was to make sure that we were investing in our local community, our local talent, LGBTQ folks, people of color, you know, who were really disenfranchised the last few years. And it's a great lineup. I can't wait to see everybody there in person. And you can get those tickets, of course, on our website, sdpride.org. As you cut down there at the bottom.
And then they have the option to buy the tickets for one day or for both days for the festival.
Yeah, you can get a one-day ticket. You can get 2 days. I think, you know, make sure you get your tickets early because we raise the price when we get a little closer to the event. And also we have VIP tickets which comes with faster entry, 4 free drinks a day, and catered food both days. So it's actually a really good deal if you're going to hang out at the parade, or sorry, if you're going to hang out at the festival Saturday and Sunday. Take a look at that VIP ticket.
And then you have the wonderful parade, one of the largest events even held in the city of San Diego and in our region.
Yeah.
Tell us about the parade.
You know, that parade really it's the biggest piece of visibility that we have. And we also use that opportunity to send some clear messages around social justice. You know, 10 years ago was the first time that LGBTQ service members in our military were allowed to march in uniform in a pride parade anywhere in the United States. And it happened right here in San Diego 10 years ago. And one of the really cool things that we're going to have for the first time this year is the Marines are actually giving us a full marching band, which is really, really awesome. And that's our youth marching band. That's another one of that's our program actually here. One of our youth programs is our youth LGBT marching band. I can't wait to see them in the parade. And, you know, the other thing that I think folks are kind of familiar with is that our LGBT community has been under attack from legislation and, you know, targeted by some of these white supremacist groups around the country. And who's sort of been in the crosshairs of these legislative attacks has been our LGBT, but in particular our transgender youth. And so this year we selected trans youth as our community grand marshals. So right after our motorcycle contingent kicks off the parade this year, the very first folks at that parade leading the way will be our next generation of leaders, those transgender youth leading the parade this year. I can't wait to see them all in person, and the cheering crowd is going to be great.
A lot of fun, a lot of things happening. I do want to remind folks that it's a week. It's Pride Week. There's multiple events. For tickets and more information for the festival, for the parade, and also for other events moving forward, because you have events also happening throughout the year. You have different activities that you do. They can find more information at sdpride.org. But if you are planning on attending, please visit the website and get your tickets ahead of time, particularly for the festival. And one last question for the parade. Can people still enroll and sign up, or has that been closed?
So we shut down the registration for the parade. I think we've got somewhere around 280 contingents this year, which is our largest parade ever. So we don't want the parade to go until midnight like it does in some other cities. But the registration for the parade is closed, but it's also like free and open to the public. So I really hope folks come on down. And those festival tickets you can buy, like you said, right up until that weekend. You can still purchase them, but it's so much easier if you just buy them in advance. You don't have to wait in the other line. You just get the ticket on your phone. And the other like really exciting thing I think for this year at the festival that I just remembered that I forgot to say earlier is this is the first year that we will have no beverage garden fences at the festival. And that's not just something that impacts San Diego Pride. So one of the things we've sort of lobbied for about a decade was getting rid of those beverage garden fences that you see at some community events. Because when you think about it, if you go to a concert or a baseball game, right, you sort of have your adult beverage and you walk around and there's people of all ages around. And so we really worked with the city, and under the new leadership of Mayor Todd Gloria, he was really receptive to that feedback. And so there's a trial policy that is impacting the entire city for the next year, where we're actually able to be the biggest pilot, obviously, for that program, where folks can enjoy their beverage, walk anywhere in the festival this year. There's less fences. go enjoy the food, go see those vendors, make a donation to one of the nonprofits that's there, really get to explore, and you don't have to worry about those extra lines and those extra fences in the festival this year. So that's going to be really cool.
Thanks for giving us that update. And Fernando, one last thing. I do want to mention the Union-Tribune is going to be one of the contingencies or one of the groups participating. We're organizing our group. I know our director, Luis Cruz, is going to be there and a lot of our other staff as well. I also wanted to mention that the Union-Tribune received an award this year. We want to thank you for that. It's an honor, and we will be recognized at the rally.
Well, Paola, thank you for thanking us, but really just truly thank you and everyone at the Union-Tribune. You're a major publication, print media, and you're a thought leader in the region. And what I have not seen in any other regional publication, whether it's the LA Times or New York Times, is really a commitment to talking authentically about the stories of the LGBT community and really giving so much print space. I mean, multiple times in the last several years, you'll see full color and full page really stories from our community. And it's not just when you're only talking about LGBT issues. So frequently when you're talking about at the paper, any given issue, right, there's different ways that those impact the LGBT community. And I can't thank the whole team at the Union-Tribune enough for really making sure that our stories are told, our authentic lives are told, and letting us tell our own stories. Like, that is really a tribute to the Union-Tribune and why you are all rightfully recognized this year. It's really been a pleasure to see the growth and development that's been happening at the Union-Tribune.
Thank you, Fernando. Thank you. And also, this is how the kickoff is going to be for Pride Weekend. It's going to be at the rally, the Spirit of Stonewall rally. And there's also going to be other awardees that are recognized in addition to us. I do want to mention that as well. All of those are listed on the website. Is there something else you'd like to add?
Well, yeah, so one of the things that we really tried to highlight, I think, at the rally this year, there's several different topics. We're talking about still some of the ongoing police brutality and systemic issues in the carceral or criminal justice system. We're talking about environmental health as an LGBTQ issue, and of course, talking about our LGBT transgender youth. But we also have Reggie Greer, who is coming in from the White House. He just left the White House and is now with the Department of State. And they're really focused on international LGBTQ issues. And so are we as an organization. We're the founders of the Interpride organization. That's a global network of pride organizations. And next year, we're actually hosting the international conference right here in San Diego in October 2023. And so it's really great to have that relationship and partnership with the Biden administration and the Department of State, who's really so proactive right now in helping to fight homophobia and transphobia all over the world.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Fernando. And thank you for taking the time to be with us here on the show. I know here at the Union-Tribune, we're definitely looking forward to Pride Weekend, to the rally, to the festival, and also to participating in the parade. Thank you to you and your team and for everything that you do. And thank you all for watching today. If you would like to watch more of these live streams, you can go to San Diego UnionTribune.com/TogetherSDLive. And if you would like to watch more of the live streams as well, you can view some at San Diego UnionTribune.com/UT today. Thank you very much, Fernando. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Happy Pride.
Thank you. Happy Pride to you as well. Have a great day.
Thanks.
News is more important today than ever before.
I'm currently outside Otay Mesa Detention Center.
I'm about to get a report at Sharp.
Out at Sunset Cliffs.
COVID testing site.
We live for these times when we're able to bring the news into the homes of people who need it the most.
I thank all of you for supporting our work.
When you subscribe to the paper, you're telling us that you believe in what we do.